Investigators have spent days at Jonathan Gerlach's Lancaster County home. Inside the garage, the district attorney says, is where many of the human remains were stored. And we see members of the medical examiner's office from both Lancaster and Delaware counties still collecting those remains, trying to figure out where they belong.
It's horrendous. It's like, this is my business. I've been here 26 years and that's going on right at my bedroom window.
Jonathan Gerlach wasn't well known, according to his neighbors, who now say they know too much about him.
It's scary. I had to take my son to school last year at one point. I walked him to school and I walked by, and on the window there was a whole bunch of flies on the garage window. And obviously now looking back at it, it's scary knowing why those flies were there.
Gerlach, they say, was the guy who mostly kept to himself on the block, and the house, for the most part, looked normal. According to court documents, police had been investigating a series of thefts from graves and mausoleums since early November. Investigators in Delaware County say volunteers discovered damage to grave sites at Mount Moriah Cemetery. When police went in for a closer look, they discovered open caskets, bodies that had been dismembered. Police say as cases in Luzerne and Delaware County were being investigated, they got a tip call from someone who was inside Gerlach's home and reported a body was hanging in the basement. Police soon learned Gerlach had been busted for stealing from a hardware store, and right in court documents, some of the items stolen were used to open up the grave sites. Plate readers picked up Gerlach's car around the crime scene at the time of the thefts, and this week police were waiting at Mount Moriah Cemetery and say they found Gerlach leaving with a bag of body parts. Gerlach police say had been linked to multiple social media accounts and pages where he's posed with body parts, and say of a search of the 533 accounts and pages he followed, it revealed accounts referencing skeleton collections, corpses, and a human skull store. Police say at the time of Gerlach's arrest, he admitted to stealing 30 sets of human remains from Mount Moriah, but investigators say they found more than 100 human remains in his home and more in a nearby storage locker. In Lancaster County, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.